Hi, this is sort of behind the scenes. It's called Free Workshops for Schools.com, and we're going to be talking about how to let the wall speak and why 6 or 9 is better than 1. And so this is the free workshop called 3x2 posters. This is the making of it, so you can actually see how I set it up. See, I gotta get this all set up now because I don't want them to have to watch all this, so you guys get to watch it. Now, one of the good things is to try to use your other hand back. And that first setup defines the rest of it, because that's the width that you're going to keep. What I'm hoping to do is discover what that margin is so that we can make sure that that happens once again. Now, once I put 1 down right here, then I want to be able to place it like that, so I have to put another bead either right here, or I can put it here to make sure I find it. But I like giving myself a little bit of a challenge. And you'll notice I'm using my left hand to string it out here. I'm a righty, but ambidextrous is a nice word for the SAT prep, right? Might as well practice what we want them to learn. Some additional vocabulary. Let's model for them what we want them to do. Might as well use the words that we're asking them to use, or at least memorize. All right, there it is. So, I guess what I'm going to do is show this. You know, it's nice to have a little show going on, right? So, just have to tell them, look, there's a bunch of blank sheets of paper here. There we are. That looks kind of blank. There we go. Okay. Okay, and we're going to say free workshop. Now's the start. We kind of got this all prepped. Well, I'll also want to demonstrate beautiful round handwriting, right? So part of it is just channeling your inner Da Vinci, right? I mean, you got to be able to study fonts enough to know what the basic shapes are. And I'm going to be a little tight here because I'm supposed to have 6 letters and I've already crossed the middle line with 3. So my D is going to have to be kind of truncated. There we go. And the idea is that I'm going to have this sort of pre-done so they can see that grades are and we try to keep it under six words or less, because that's the number that Seth Godin has recommended. Yeah, this is probably like watching paint dry, but at least you can see that there's attention to detail here. Now I have to get meaningless in here, so I guess we'll do meaning. I guess doing this sort of writing is like, let's say that you're going to Las Vegas from New York. You have to estimate your time. So if you've got to be there by a certain time, you give yourself space. You sort of fill up and do as much as you can. And then you realize, oh, I only need 4 more letters, and then those letters can space out a bit. Okay, so now we're kind of ready for them. We want to be able to show them the blank piece of paper. And that's what I'm going to aim at. So watch what happens. Hello, this is a free workshop offered by freeworkshopsforschools.com. It's basically how to make a 3x2 poster, something like that there. Now, some of you may be familiar with putting a little poster up on the wall. That's great. Look at that really gets the student's attention. But 8.5 by 11, it disappears when you're 15 feet away. So what we try to do is take 6 pieces of paper, some glue, and we're going to be coloring, right? So I've prepared it ahead of time so you get the idea. And this right here is my slogan that I'm trying to get up on the wall. And what I wanted to demonstrate also is penmanship. All of us can be a little bit like Da Vinci, or they said that the portfolio of Michelangelo was, he had a piece of paper and he drew a circle in front of the judge and said, hire me, So when you are making a poster, the idea is that you can focus very strongly on either getting someone else to be expanding what a typical, usually we just do an R like this. So we just have to look at a bold R in typeset. And we realize that it's vertical here and then curved here. Because of that, a little dip here, we can then reproduce it by freehand. And then A's, you might want to notice that there's a triangle in the center, and that you can either have it come to a point or you can have it drop off. I like it dropping off because you can squinch it down and still have thick legs. As you can see, the D had to be truncated because I ran out of space. It crossed the center line with 3 letters, and I got 3 more letters over here. So these got a bit reduced. So my point is that what we want to do eventually is only have to do this once, this writing. And then as you create more and more posters over the years, you'll be able to photocopy the 6 and then re-glue them with students and have the students color them in. So I guess you could say, all right, let's pretend that this was all done like this. This is what it might look like after the students have colored in and maybe added some stickers or pictures. This right here is what you would lay out. Then you could separate this again, make photocopies, and you could have several of these posters made and available. So I hope that this has been helpful. Free workshop. You can send some questions or ask for additional information. And look for us online. It's called freeworkshopsforschools.com. We've put together some of our books created on Kindle Direct Publishing. And this is one of the reasons why we are offering free workshops, so that you guys can download a free copy of this. And then you might have 6 pages that you then glue together. You tear them out of this book, just rip it apart, and then you can put together something like this. Thank you very much for your time. Once again, free workshops for schools. Thank you. And that's basically how we do free workshops for school here. Just try to use handwritten signs, get out on the floor, try to limit what they see. I mean, this is my living room. You can see the box for cats. They like hanging out in there. Thank you for your time, and I hope that you'll look for freeworkshopsforschools.com. They're free, basically, because we put them online. If you want us face-to-face or in time, we're on Zoom or Google Meet, well, then we can work out an exchange for the time. freeworkshopsforschools.com.